Welcome everyone to the most immersive, hardcore Minecraft world. If you missed our beginning, don't worry. Here's what started it all. After nearly dying twice in this insane cave, we eventually made it out, creating this cozy starter cabin with a homey interior. As we progress, I need to upgrade our protection with enchanting, and in order to get these levels, I created the most excessive building to cover this super simple farm. All done in our immersive, hardcore Minecraft world. I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone and welcome back to the series. We are now on our second episode. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Viron, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. Let me just stare at you in the face. Hopefully you enjoyed the little recap of all that we completed here in the last episode. We did all this cool stuff. If some of it was on the video, and then some things like this down here was on the live stream. But either way, if you missed both, then hopefully you enjoyed that little recap. Now today, I am very excited to be saying that we're going to be building something super cool. But first of all, I just want to say thank you all so much for the support on the last video. We're almost up to 2.4 thousand, I think, and that's just that's an insane number to me. That's just so crazy to me. Super cool plans for today. I've been hard at work. I did this on the live stream, and I've been hard at work. Isn't that so cool? You see the nether portal all the way from here. But anyways, I have been working like crazy on a villager breeder. So here is the build over here. It's not really much of a build, if you ask me. It's more of just the skeleton. But we now have a little cat friend. So if you have any good names, let me know down in the comments what we should name this little guy. And then I'll do a little poll. Oh my goodness. Dude was cleaning his paw for forever. You good? Oh, am I petting it? I didn't know I pet it. You're lying. That's so cute. Anyways. Yeah, so today this is where we're going to be working, kind of in the village. We don't have very many. We have the stonecutter in there, our Fletcher in there, and our mini villager over there. So not too many villagers. Oh, and there's a cleric as well. So there's 4 out and about. But we have this little breeder in here, and I believe, yeah, so there is a baby villager in there already, waiting to grow up and end up right there in that corner. I'm not going to lie, it took me 1,000 years to get this working. I don't know why, but these guys are very complicated. Don't look at me with that look. These guys have, are you guys talking about me right now? Yeah, you better split sides. Freaking rude. Anyways, these guys genuinely took so long. I don't know what was wrong with them. But I added more beds, I extended the roof, and now we have a baby villager down there. So safe to say that it is working. I was kind of putting off, fixing this until I got that figured out and building it up, because if it wasn't going to work, then I wasn't going to do it. Anyways, yeah, so that guy's waiting to grow up, and then he should swim over here, swim up, and end up right there. And then there will be a rail system that'll take him up, but, that's soon to come. And then this is the on and off switch, which I'm not going to swipe because this thing barely started working, and if I flip that switch and it stops working, I'm going to be so upset. But yeah, so today, going to be super chill. We're going to be building this thing up, and then hoping to get, I don't know, I did some enchanting off camera. I got a nice diamond axe, and I believe the chest plate as well. So I think I might just throw mending on this pickaxe because it is seeming a little bit worn out, if you know what I mean. But I have all these blocks here, so much packed mud. I went off and exploring on the live stream as well and found all this packed mud that's actually in a biome, so I didn't have to find a mangrove swamp, although I did end up finding one, but it's pretty far away. But I have all this packed mud, hopefully enough stone items. It is not the biggest stone items, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try our best. I still can't get over that you pet them. I did not know that you could do that. It's so funny. Okay, but yeah, so the general idea is to build this up kind of in a pyramid kind of shape, and then I don't know, just kind of have these sides coming up, meeting onto the side, and then these guys kind of sticking up. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't plan this in a creative world, so we can only hope that it's going to end up looking okay. And if it doesn't, well then it doesn't. But I'm going to try my best to be making it look good. If we go ahead and here, I am scared that I'm going to run out of cobblestone, but we can hope that I won't. Although I feel like I'm going to, but I'm going to hope that I'm not going to. But yeah, so that guy's sitting in there still. I do think that I'm going to make another set of slabs. And then with these bricks, I did want to come over here. Wow, 2 pieces. I am going to need some more bricks to finish this off because I only want these 4 in the corner, I think, to be done. Probably change that to glass as well. Dude, these guys are everywhere. Like, genuinely, they're in my face all the time. But without further ado, we are going to need to get this guy up right now, putting all this stone down. It's probably going to take a while, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. To start off, throughout this build, I will be using a distinct palette ranging from blackstone to deep slate to enhance the shadows and depth in the build. Here in this corner, you can see I am using this method to add a darker shadowed area before moving on to the lighter blocks. After adding all these shadows, I'm now beginning the sharp incline to the rooftop, which is going to give it that nice gothic cathedral look. So here's where not planning this in creative actually came to bite me. I thought sloping both sections into the middle would look good, but this proved to not be the case. After some more thinking, I decided to break it down and use the same steep incline but shorter to create diversity in the heights. After creating this point, I am now using that same idea of treating blocks as color rather than texture, and using this to have the tops of the wall look sun-bleached and worn out due to its old age. After debating, I found that calcite and smooth stone actually creates this effect quite well. I'm now moving on to the long task of filling in the walls with that slight and gradual gradient, while also adding multiple skinny windows to break up the flat wall and add depth. Moving onto the back wall, I decided to go with this rounded window facing the sunrise to avoid a copy and pasted wall from the front. While filling in the second section, I kept in mind that I wanted a small carrot farm to supply the villagers, which led me to adding these large windows mirroring the front facade as well. After finally finishing up the stone walls, I am now putting together a nice gradient using dark blocks to separate from the light stone walls and add depth and shadow to our roof. To finish off the roof, I'm adding walls and iron bars to enhance the gothic look. With that finished, we can now move on to the warmer gradient using dirt, mud, and mud bricks to create an interesting and grimy texture. To help keep this wall interesting, I'm now adding scaffolding as the window frame to add a pop of bright color. With the main part of this build, I can now move on to adding buttresses for extra support and add an interesting feature different from the other side, which adds to that asymmetrical look I'm going for. I then added an interior wall with spruce trap doors to separate the rooms without having to have a full door that would completely separate the space. Now, as we wrap up this build with a nice custom tree, I do have to say that this is for sure one of my favorite custom oak trees I've ever put together, as I usually actually struggle with them. But honestly, this whole build is seriously one of my favorites that I've made, and I'm glad that it's on our hardcore world because everything just came together so nicely. And with that, I can officially say that we are done. It definitely took quite a while, like a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take, but finally, we are done, and here it is. So it turned out looking super good. Like, I'm actually really happy with it. Like, all the texturing that like goes up. We got like the darker shades at the bottom rising to the lighter shades at the top, almost like it's becoming sun bleached up at the top there. But yeah, so hopefully you did enjoy. I'll go ahead and hop into free camo so you can kind of see it from the top, see the different texturing on the roof, which I think turned out really nice, and just the overall build turned out really cool. Like, this is probably one of my favorites that I've made in survival. Super, and I mean super overkill. Like, this is just to cover up our little villager breeder. It's like the most overkill thing, but it is actually working now, and I'll show you guys that in just a second. But yeah, so we got all this terraforming, nice custom tree, which I do have to say is one of my more favorite custom trees. I feel like usually I don't get oak trees looking quite right, but this one turned out pretty good. And then we got these buttresses, which is a little bit of a funny word there, but these just kind of are columns that extend to the main part and just add extra stability and a cool little detail. So we have those on this side along with these nice birch trees, which look super nice. And then we actually have a cellar down here, which just accesses the villager area. And then I have these cool little things. Oh, and it's raining. Now we can see the wonderful world and what it looks like when it rains. I actually love it when it rains because of like the puddles and all that. But yeah, so this build turned out super nice. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. It's not super fancy, you know. We have our nice little cat. Go ahead and give them some love. I could probably like come inside. But yeah, so it's looking really nice on this side. I'm gonna come through here because I really like how it turned out. And we got this nice little brick area. Oh, come in, kitty. Come on, girl. Dude. She's so funny. I'm just gonna, or he, I don't know. Depends on the name, I guess. But look at it, it's so cute. Good kitty. No hearts? Fine, I won't pet you. But yeah, so this is the inside. You got this little area in here, and then it goes back out to this outside area. A little bit windy. A little bit windy out here. I placed some mushrooms around here, and I think for the mod that I have that adds ambient sounds, register that as frog sounds. So now we have frog sounds. But anyways, it's kind of the main room. We have a nice little chandelier, which looks super nice, adds that nice warm light. And then we have this little balcony with some very cool shadows. And then you could come out here to this little outdoor seating area, which I added some overgrown leaves just to kind of give it a little bit more privacy. There's a super cool view out here. And then come back in here and we'll go back down the ladder with our silly little animation. Then over here it's just a little bit decorative, and it has some carrots growing and like a little cutting board area and a water bottle, because why not? And then this is the on and off switch, which I currently turned it off because if you can hear, yeah, there are literally 1,000 villagers awaiting to be dispersed. Yeah, so it's super crazy. I plan on trying to get a spider farm going and begin the task of using fun weakness potions, getting gold, and having you know, all that fun stuff. So we can start curing villagers and get some really nice trades. But it turned out super nice. You know, like the vibes are super good. We got the nice warm light. And let me know what you think down in the comments below. You know, how you liking it, if you don't like it, you know, what I should add. Maybe I want to add some candles, I think. And you know what? Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button again. I forget. Actually, let me go ahead and run to my bed that's outside because I didn't want any of them to claim my bed. So I sleep outside in the rain because that is just so much better. Anyways, come back over in here. Oh, just kidding. Go back to my blob, my 2 chests, which is actually pretty small, but I can't believe that I even filled up that much. Anyways, let's go in here actually and add a few candles. Yeah, just to add a little bit more lighting. Not like a whole lot, but definitely it's gonna add to the whole thing. I need to go ahead and create a farm for sure, like a bee farm, because I would really like to be using some candles, and obviously I haven't done that. I don't really. I've heard that you can use lightning rods and that looks super cool. It was almost like I saw it from Incy. Is that how you? I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. But if you haven't watched him, you know, he's pretty big. So I mean, check him out. But I saw it from him. I can't remember who he saw it from, but it's a really cool addition, and I think that'd be cool to add. So let's run back to our little house. Okay, so we're finally back. I want to use like my last piece of tuff that I have, place down this stone cutter, and make, I think a chisel tuff could look cool. Hopefully that's what I decide to finish out with, because I'm not going to change it after this. But I figured maybe we just like put it right here. I mean, it's right when you walk in. And then you go like this, and obviously, look at it. It's just such a cool little addition. Obviously, it's nothing too fancy, but it just kind of looks like a little candle holder. Again, I'm not 100% sure who that design came from. I did see it from an Insta video though. Yeah, super cool though. I mean, I feel like it just adds to it. Oh, and if you're wondering about these trapdoors, this also just gives another. Oh, kitty, don't fall through. But I guess I'll pet you. But yeah, see, you can just see down into there. You can go right there too if you want. But just kind of makes it so I can check up on them, make sure that they're like actually like everything's working properly. And then yeah, through here is where I can just make sure that they're working okay. And yeah, but there was a little bit of complications. I don't know why, but they weren't swimming up properly. But now they are. We're good to go. And yeah, it genuinely turned out super good. I'll leave our little kitty in here, our little kitty friend. I need to add books, obviously, but that won't be for a little bit because I cannot be bothered. And we have all this mess. I really wish that I could just have a shulker box mess. It'd be so much easier. But I think that it fits in super well. I think I'm for sure gonna knock this little mound backwards and kind of terraform, because eventually this whole entire village is gonna actually be gone, and it's gonna be transformed into a free roaming village for villagers. So there'll be a pretty big wall, and they should be able to roam free instead of being locked in a house. I might do, you know, like market stalls and stuff for them, just so I have like the villagers that I really want right in front of me. So obviously, if you haven't noticed, there is one more thing missing with this whole thing, and that is the little minecart that'll send them off and a little chamber to convert them. But I'll probably do that on a live stream, because I don't plan on actually making a building for that. I'm just gonna kind of stick them under this hill and do it that way, because I mean, they're gonna be free roaming, so it's pretty, it's not the most useful thing at the moment, but yeah, super cool with the way it turned out. Now there is one last thing that I would like to do. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I kind of wanted to add a little swing right here, so that's what we're doing, because why not? And I figured, you know, it's just like, that's it. That's all I wanted it to be, was just a little swing. But I also may notice that in my inventory, or not my inventory, my hotbar, my XP level shows that I am now 3 levels lower. And that is because I named a few things and put them in a little dispenser because I would like this to be the advancement tree. So obviously, I mean, I don't know, trees are the root of everything we build in Minecraft. So this is the advancement tree. And I would like to, like every episode, I would like to do an achievement. So they'll start off small, increasingly grow as we get further along in this world. But let's go ahead and see what our first one is going to be. And it's take aim. So if you don't know what take aim is, super simple one actually. All you do is you make a bow and you fire it at something. So, I am going to make actually a barrel, which I believe is like that. Perfect. I'm going to make a barrel and put it right next to, put it right next to here, and then this will be our accomplished ones. But I think I only have 2 pieces of string, but I do know of this very cool cave. Very nice indeed. That's all the way over here. Let's go ahead and just scurry on over there. Here is the cave, and there's our string. I mean, while I'm here, I'll go ahead and just get a couple more. Hopefully nothing is going to come creeping up on me. I know that the poisonous spiders like to roam around in this area, but luckily nothing seemed to have gotten me. But now we're going to go ahead and run back, scurry back along in the opposite direction. And now that we have made it back with the thousands of sticks I have, I can now make a bow. Okay, or I cannot make a bow. Perfect. We have our little bow, and we have 3 arrows. And unfortunately, I'm so sorry to our cows. Are they all babies? That makes me feel like a horrible person. Maybe let's not shoot at a baby cow? I feel like that's so rude. Hold on. We're gonna go across our little bridge. Last I checked, there was some animals that were roaming around where we were last building at. If we go back over there, we should find so we can if I can speak. So we can complete our achievement and go ahead and get another one. It's been a little bit, I think my frames like to lag when I come over here because of how many villagers there are. But I'm so sorry, chicken. But, oh, I one-shot him? But there it is. We got our take aim achievement. We did it. We officially got our first little achievement from the advancement tree. But of course, not a super fancy achievement, but an achievement nonetheless. I think we're gonna call it here, as this build took so long and even the prepping for everything took forever, but it turned out super good. You know, let me know in the comments what you think of it, and let me know as well what we should name our cute new friend in here. And then also, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for watching. And you start cleaning the paw, I'm putting it. But if you're a returning viewer as well, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, just comment down below what you think of the build, what we should build next, any ideas on what I should add, and of course a name for our kitty, our new kitty friend. But yeah, I really enjoyed this build, and I'm super glad. Keep on the lookout for a live stream that should be coming up of me getting that converter area figured out, messing around with some zombies, because that is going to be a real pain. But if you did enjoy, continue on watching for more content, and if you watched all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope everyone has a great rest of whatever day they're having. Have a good one. Bye.